Hey guys, welcome back to the AddMeGamers channel, and I'm Dan. I'm going to be commentating, I can't even speak. I'm going to be commentating Game 3 between Stephano and ThorZain. If you watched Game 1, you know what to expect. For some odd reason, I can't seem to find Game 2 anywhere, so if you guys know where it is, send me a link and I will throw in Game 2. Otherwise, the previous game obviously went down to Stephano. Very mismanagement-wise in terms of ThorZain. ThorZain was going for that. We do have Warlord Scout. We do have a Warlord Scout here. ThorZain was going for that Hellion harass in the beginning. Of course, he gave away that the moment he moved forward, and Stephano did scout out those first 2-3 Hellions moving in. So he immediately shifted and he started producing those roaches and countered-attacked those Hellions, because before ThorZain actually decided to move in, he waited to get 6 Hellions before moving out, and of course Stephano obviously had 6 to 10 roaches ready, so easily been taking out those Hellions, and ThorZain was countering those roaches really mainly with Hellions. I didn't know why he knows that Hellions versus roaches are really pointless, as roaches completely decimate Hellions. So I really was confused. ThorZain was really going with that strategy most of the game. Of course, Stephano gaining ground, and at the end it was really clearly obvious Stephano knew he was on the leading end, since he actually managed to take out such a huge chunk of ThorZain's economy, especially taking out those SCVs, that he just decided to move his actual initial hatchery forward in the center of the map, just completely dissing the whole point of playing slightly conservative and protecting his bases. And that was really obvious the moment we placed it down in the front, that Stephano knew he was winning. He was just moving forward to make it more convenient to get those unit productions closer to actual ThorZain's base. And of course ThorZain, the moment he saw those Mutalisks, he wasn't even prepping for that error harass. The moment he saw those 6 Mutalisks walk into play, he just like screw it, and he called it a good game. So that's sort of a semi-quick summary of what happened in Game 1. As always, if you guys want to see it, you know, just check it out. I don't know if it'll be in a link towards this actual game replay. It actually might. Just take a look. Otherwise, you can always search it on my channel. It should be there. Anyways, back to the game itself. We do have, of course, ThorZain going for that supply depot barracks, and most probably another supply depot here. He is obviously going for that supply depot. Where's that supply depot being built, though? It's being built down at the base. I'm confused why he didn't build it up, though. It doesn't really matter since Stephano did scout it out. But he should be sending another scout, probably with that Overlord back to the base itself, but by that time some Marines will be there, so Stephano really won't get a clear scan. He might even drop his Overlord, so it might be better to get in some Zerglings. It's better to drop a few Zerglings instead of Overload. Never mind, anyways, we'll see what Stephano decides to do in terms of rescouting, because he's going to rescout his base. And then he actually start moving the Overload. I did see it move just a little bit. No, it's just twitching at the same place. So yes, we do have these 4 Zerglings streaming across the map. Of course, Stephano with his metabolic boost. We do have 2 more Queens, 1 already popped, second one. We do have Spinecrawler online, so it's probably for the second base. Yes, we do have a nice frontal Spinecrawler to prevent any push in terms of ThorZain, but ThorZain playing very conservatively. We do have that barracks up, factory up as well. So I hope he's not going to go for that Hellion harass like he did previously. It wasn't very effective. Do we have at least 1 Marine online? Yes, we do. So the Zerglings are going to move back. Here comes those 3 Zerglings. They won't be able to do anything, and Stephano knows that. So only thing he's going to be doing is just doing a little bit of damage. It won't really do any good. So he's just going to hold off there. I do just continue his little bit of harass. That Marine's going to be able to pick it off, and he is doing that hot swap. Now would be a time to run in, but of course Stephano not paying attention, not being obviously able to view that high ground, so a little bit too late for Stephano, so nothing really happening. He lost that Zergling. Of course he decides to retreat, doesn't want to be bothered. Metabolic boost nearly complete, and we do have another Zergling hiding up here. It'll be really good in terms of being able to scout out at the third base, as the Overlord does take a lot of time to move around. Otherwise, Stephano is going for that Roachworm, so of course he is being a little bit cautious, especially with that Spineworm moving forward. As long as that creep keeps moving forward, he's going to be moving forward that Spinecrawler as well. So Stephano really paying a little bit more cautiously, as he does expect a little bit of Hellion harass, and he is right. Here comes that Hellion. It's going to be obviously deterred by that Spinecrawler. Very nice move by Stephano, and you can see that Hellion did turn back immediately, and it's a little bit too late. I do believe that Roachworm is near completion, so he does move to the center of the map just to get a little bit of that scout, seeing that nothing is there. He's moving down now. We do have 4 Hellions, so this might be a little bit of a nuisance to Stephano, but I don't know if he's going to push out now. He might actually be able to get in, as he only has Zerglings in play though, but that Roachworm did finish, so he's going to be producing, and that Banalist to come in line. If he's going to be producing those Roaches, he might actually be able to hold this off. Again, ThorZain holding off. He could completely bypass. He's going to actually make a drop. Very nice play by ThorZain, knowing that he was waiting for the actual medevac drop itself. We do have Stim Research online. Zergling's obviously running for the D-Lives. They're going to get roasted. He should move down, take as many of these drones before Stephano pulls them off the line. Forget the Queen, go for those drones. ThorZain, keep going at it. Stop stop retreating, go for those drones, move back down. Drones are going to be moved across the actual map itself. We do have 6 roaches in play already, roaches being produced. Very mismanagement by ThorZain. He's going to lose these. He's going to lose these Hellions very quickly. We do have 2 more Hellions coming into play, but this roach is already surrounding the base itself, being able to actually defend a little bit. We do have 1 drop, 2 more drops of drones. 1 Hellion drops, of course. The last Hellion is going to be dropped pretty soon. He knows that's going to happen, and the medevac, of course, being moved to the side itself. He should retreat that medevac. I don't know why he actually dozed off. It seems that ThorZain did doze off. He's going to lose this medevac if he doesn't move it out of place. For no absurd reason, finally, he spotted the medevac and he's moving back. A little bit of miss micro I do see him by ThorZain. I'm not sure if he's tired or just falling asleep, but I'm not really quite sure exactly what's happening here. We do have, of course, siege tanks, siege research coming online for the tank itself, so he knows a push is coming back. Of course, Stephano always retaliates in terms of he's going to put the siege tank on the high ground. Of course, a very nice play, and we do have the bunkers. He's going to pull some SCVs off the line. Yes, he's going to pull some SCVs off the line to repair that bunker. He's moving them actually directly to the actual roaches themselves. Roaches actually going for that bunker itself. Will the bunker actually be able to sustain that attack? I do believe the bunker might be able to sustain the attack. No, the bunker drops. Bailing's moving in. SCV's being pulled back. Roaches moving forward, being able to attacking that actual supply depot. SCV's still holding off. I don't know why he doesn't move him up to the main though. He's going to lose it. He actually decides to load him up on the other bunker itself. He should just lift the actual orbital command center. We do have stim research nearly complete. That stim research is exactly what he needs. But the moment it's complete, he's going to be using it in terms of being able that, of course, a tank is being researched and repaired by the SCVs, holding it alive. That really helped ThorZain just to maintain that few seconds that he needs. He needs that stim research. Stim research is complete. Now we should have a couple of stims coming online. Finally, nope. That Marine just got fried by his acid, and we do have another medevac drop. Really, ThorZain being more active and more aggressive in terms of this gameplay itself. He is putting down these harasses in terms of drops. So Stephano again, I'm not really prepared for this one. So of course we have the evolution chamber coming online, and we do have the combat research for ThorZain. Of course, ThorZain being a little bit greedy, we do have those double engineering base, so we should see that level 1 armor and level 1 weapons coming online. Stim coming on, and he's moving down. He's going to completely bypass everything else. He's going directly for drones. Drones are being pulled off the line. Queen being moved down, trying to stop those actual Marines from actually chasing down. The spine crawler being placed down. The Queen's going to drop. He's going to be able to pick off as much as he can. He's trying to do as much collateral damage as he can before it drops. We do have the lair coming online as well, and he's going for the evolution chamber. Evolution chamber is still... We do have 20, of course, Zerglings. Zerglings, the moment they pop, they are going to go for these actual Marines as quickly as possible. Very nice round. They are going to drop pretty much. He's going to load him up and actually try to cut the losses down, or is he going to leave them fight off to the end? No, he actually let them fight off to the complete bitter end of those Marines when fighting down. So, so far so good. It seems to be pretty much on, we do have resources lost for Stephano, substantially greater, of course, and ThorZain halfway through. But if we do take a look at the actual workers killed, we do have 11 killed for ThorZain and 4 for Stephano, so it is looking up towards ThorZain. Those medevac drops are being very effective in terms of pushing out. Finally, we do have a push, and a pretty aggressive push in terms of ThorZain. ThorZain, of course, moving down to the Zolnaga Tower. Stephano knows that it was coming, as he did have scout there, so he is going to be prepping for an actual aggressive push. Is it going to be moving down to, what do we have? We do have 8 Bailings morphing in to counteract that push, and 16 more Zerglings. Scan coming down to see what he should expect. He has that spine crawler being moved in from the initial base down there, so of course he did manage to take those tanks out by the Bailings, and of course here we do have that push. Finally, the spine crawler being put into position. It should be easily taken out. Bailings moving forward. He doesn't want to get caught up by those Bailings. He's going to be target firing this Bailing. Yes, he does. That tank especially is providing very well played, of course, by Stephano. Stephano, very nice comments by Stephano. Good luck in the final, bud. And that's it. So this is the 3rd game for Stephano, and just by the comments itself, I do believe that the 2nd game went down to ThorZain. So very nice play by both the players, of course. Finally, ThorZain being a little bit more aggressive, didn't really rely on those Hellions as much as he did before, and he did rely on those medevac drops, and this really gave the game to ThorZain. So thumbs up for ThorZain, and hopefully thumbs up for this video from you guys, and see you again in my next StarCraft 2 commentaries. See ya, happy gaming.